hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for having patience with me. I hope you've looked at the pick a card readings that I've done because they've been sort of interim energy messages for you. But let's kick off today with Sagittarius season, December dates, and also messages for your signs. And then I will be uploading individual readings for your signs. I did promise certain different readings, and I will be doing those. I've got exams coming up because I've taken a course that I'm studying, clients, readings, coachings that I've been doing. So it's been very hectic. It really did kick off, but I really wanted to check in. So with Sagittarius season, it's really about higher learning. It's about, even taking your book and going for a small trip. It doesn't have to be, you hear about travel, and it doesn't have to be that you book a plane ticket and you go somewhere. It can be just about exploration. It can be about learning something new. It could be if you're looking to start studying something new, even laws of philosophy, you can do. It's very much supported during this time. Sagittarius, even though it's not looked upon, there is an element of prophecy around them, and they're on a spiritual journey, especially if you've got Sagittarius quite heavy in your chart. Luck is on your side right now. I don't know if you did you do a moon manifestation? It was the energy on that day was amazing. It was really lovely. That day was absolutely lovely. And just a quick disclaimer around manifestation work and anything I do for clients. I'm a light worker. I don't believe in doing manifestations or spells around bringing people back, anything like that. I believe if somebody's gone, if they're meant to be in your life for your highest good, they will come back. But if it's in terms of jobs, healing, that sort of stuff, then I totally support it. All about the light and blessings. Take a chance on any exciting opportunities that come your way and new beginnings. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it goes directly in Pisces. Actually, it's now direct. It went 23rd of November. Jupiter went direct in Pisces. It's a huge energetic shift, and allows blocked and delayed blessings of manifestations to flood into our lives. The last stretch of Jupiter in Pisces really brings us back in touch with our inner world, our dreams, our spiritual connections. And just a quick note on this. We moved out of Scorpio season, which was death and rebirth, and really about internal, okay? And you might have felt that there was a lot of, you might have felt like you wanted to go into hermit mode. You might have felt like there's a lot of internal heavy work or healing or something nagging at you to look at within your own self. And then we suddenly shift into opposite, which is Sagittarius, which is quite external. And so it's not a transition energy phase. It's not something that we've transitioned. They're very different energies. And you might have felt that shift, but there's other elements that are obviously playing a part, which I'll discuss when we talk about some dates in December, because it's still part of Sagittarius season. Jupiter rarely leaves a sign without bestowing some form of gift, which is lovely. So we can really have our hopes and faith right now. Look for the gift left behind in your Pisces house. So check out where your Pisces is and see if something's coming to fruition, how it relates to where you are right now. And the transit brings more compassion and spiritual connection. Meditate, because Pisces is a very deep, it rules the 12th house. It's about internal, it's about institutions, about the subconscious mind. So it's very deep. And Jupiter, the explorer, the expander, is there. So you can only imagine how that is. Your dreams will be more psychic. You might have felt that they're more psychic. I was lacking in sleep, but then, you might have felt that after the full moon, during that time, you felt your sleep disrupted. Everyone's a bit different. Now you might be feeling that you're a bit more on a routine and having proper sleep. Your dreams are more psychic and insightful than usual, and you should keep a dream journal just to make sense of it. If you can remember what you actually read, what you actually dreamt, not read. Okay. So now if we look at December, and by the way, I pulled up a spirit animal. I'm going to upload that separately to show you the card and then discuss what I felt came through with it. Interestingly, it was the grizzly bear, which I tend to associate with like mama bear as well, but there's are elements to it, and so be interesting when I upload that on for you to let me know if it really resonated with you recently, or whether it does at some stage between in Sagittarius season and as we head into Capricorn season. So in December, what we're going to look out for is Neptune going direct in Pisces. Now Neptune is very dreamy as well, and you can get lost in Neptune energy, but it's about subconscious loss, internal, dreamy. And then you've got Pisces, like we said, is very dreamy, subconscious. They like to be in their own dreamy world, and there's romance to it. There's some form of romance to it, and floating around manifestation. So you could feel I think your dreams here will also be very vivid, and you will have messages within those dreams. Whatever you're feeling or trying to grasp as a manifestation might be very hard. And so you might feel during this time a bit frustrated about that, because you're in it in another sort of dimension, but in the physical world, it's not something tangible that you're able to see fruition or action on. But internally, subconscious, the manifestation, the dream world, it's amazing feeling. And if you like that feeling, then and you can float and flow with life without feeling like, oh, I need to get this done, I need to control this, I need to action this. If you're not a fire sign, you're actually going to like this feeling. Get creative, have some fun. If you've got water in your chart, like I said, you're going to feel very much at home. Air and fire will feel it hard because there's no action, there's no tangibility around that time. And that is actually on the 3rd of December, okay? And then as we move on into 6th of December, Mercury enters Capricorn. Mercury is currently in Sagittarius. Now, from now until the 6th of December, you might feel like, even though Sagittarius is action orientated, again, nothing is coming tangibly for you to witness from what work you're putting in, or even your manifestations, or whatever you're doing. Nothing is coming back. There seems to be, I'm not sure what it is, there's a bit of an up and down. So maybe you're feeling your emotions on a roller coaster, and you might do, okay? And it might be frustrating right now, because it's like things were moving, things weren't moving, or things have not been moving, and they're still not moving. And I thought in Sagittarius season that it would, and we're coming to the end of the year, and I really need to wrap up or start these goals ready for the year ahead. Just try to float with it, and that is really frustrating even for me to hear, but that is the best thing we can do. And then by the 6th of December, we might be more supported, because during the 6th of December with Capricorn and Mercury, communication is going to be, what you communicate is going to be direct. But when I say direct, I don't mean harsh. I mean it's going to be clear. People are going to understand it. You're going to understand what you're trying to say. It's delivered tangibly. You're going to feel a bit of a shift around that. If you, like I said, if you've been feeling that things are just a bit, what is happening with me? I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure what's happening on communication front. It's been a bit quiet. Sometimes I'm not understanding what people are saying. Just gonna have a sip of my coffee. this is going to really help you. So it's going to be clear communication, and you're going to start to see some tangibility come towards you, whether it's communication or whether it's via what you've been trying to do, what you're working on, whatever it is, even day-to-day stuff, okay? Then we've got on the 7th of December a full moon in Gemini, because it's still Sagittarius season. So we had the new moon in Sagittarius, and then we have the opposite signs going as a full moon, so it's Gemini. So we've got Gemini and Sagittarius on an axis, and for this one, there's a lot of curiosity. And you might feel like you're going down a bit of a rabbit hole, okay? I would say if you're feeling that way, or you're feeling rushed to rush the process, Mercury went into Capricorn just the day before, okay? And with the full moon, you can start feeling the energies 2 days before and 2 days after, okay? Which means that you might not feel the tangibility as much as it's going to be delivered until post the full moon and a bit of the shadow. I'll get to the dates, okay? I think it's going to be around the third week of December, towards the end, where you're going to have abundance and stuff that are better than you imagined. So if you're feeling frustrated, there's no action. So during this full moon, no action, there's nothing. I'm going down a rabbit hole. What is happening here? Just enjoy the process and try and ease your frustration if you're feeling that way. If you're feeling fine, it's going to be okay. Obviously, I would say that Sagittarians and Geminis are affected most, and possibly some mutable signs. And just take a break if you can, okay? Take a break if you can, and I know a lot of us can't during this time. But just be aware of the energies so that you can ease your frustration, and know once that is eased, the shadow of the full moon and the dates that we're discussing, that things are going to get better. So you've taken that pause and you've just flowed rather than forcing. What's coming to you might be exactly what you were chasing as an action, something tangible with an added bonus. Okay, so the 9th, Venus enters Capricorn. So we've got Mercury in Capricorn, and then Venus goes into Capricorn, and Mercury's in Capricorn before it goes retrograde. Okay, I'll get to that. What matters in your relationships? Venus is about love. Okay, it might be that Venus is like flowing in romance, and Capricorn is trying to go with it, but it's also like, wake up, Venus, what about this? And Venus is like, oh, I'm sleeping. So it can be a bit of that energy, okay? And I think what it's going to really ask you to question is, if you're in a relationship, you might start looking at the relationship, and you might start thinking, is this right for me? Or it might deepen your relationship, or it might deepen what you both do. So whether it's, for example, buying a house, or whether it's opening a savings account, those sort of elements I feel are going to probably be coming through if you're in a solid relationship. It could also be that what matters to me? Am I aligned with someone, you know? Or the past few months or year, this relationship, I just can't put my finger on it, but it's not working out. There's something that we're just getting on each other's nerves, for example. There's something that's not working out. And during this time, that should be cleared, that you will see what it is. It will be very clear for you. And you will be also better aligning with what's for you. It might be the relationship, it might not. But clarity around that, as you can see, there's elements that are coming through that are going to give you clarity, no matter whether you're in a relationship, you're not, you're dating someone. And what you decide to do is going to be tangible outcomes. Okay, it's going to have tangible outcomes. So at the end of December, like I said, I really believe for us all, there should be momentum around the third week to the end of December ongoing in terms of what we're trying to bring into the physical world around our home, our structure, our foundation, our career, our abundance, our wealth, our money. Okay. With Venus in Capricorn, it could also mean that it softens the relationship, okay? It solidifies. Like I said, you might discuss getting a new home, savings account together, joint account, whatever it is. But clarity on whatever you're questioning or wherever you are is going to be... tangible is not the right word to a certain extent on how some people perceive tangible. But you can see it clearly, you can grasp it. So even if it's a thought, you grasp it clearly. You are able to also deliver it with Mercury and Capricorn in your communication very clearly. And it is received clearly as well. And it's not going to be harsh, like, for example, you're going to fire in with it, okay? 18th of December, Moon enters Scorpio, okay? You may feel a bit sensitive around this time. Again, it would mean that the spiritual powers may open up for you. Internal dialogues, epiphanies internally might come to the surface. Internal spirituality, your ancestors, your spirit guides, that's all going to come through, especially with the moon moving into Scorpio. It's going to be very heightened, and you might also decide to explore your hidden inner talents. So you might have an urge to explore something that, you know, you've had inside of you, but you've not necessarily explored. So that's during that time. Now, if you're a fire sign or you're an earth sign and you're very action stuff, just be more mindful that during this time, if you don't have a lot of water placements, if you're not in the spiritual sort of side, the water elements and those of us that are psychic or intuition or on a spiritual journey or empaths, or if you've got a lot of water, or if you're triggered by moons and heavy moons, whether it's new, full moon, certain times of the moon, when it moves into certain elements, that they could be more sensitive during this time. That is the 18th of December. 20th of December, Jupiter goes direct in Aries, and it will be there for a while. Now, this is probably an energy that I suspect fire signs will like, especially if you're a very action-oriented fire sign, still on your journey of self-discovery, internal self-recognition. You are still very fiery, you're still very action, you're still very 3D, physical. You are going to love this. And even any of the fire signs. It's about expansion, focus on being whole. There's an element to this, and it's not only for fire signs. You know, the Fool card in Tarot, it's about the journey, it's the new journey that's there. How can you take that Fool energy and just go with it, take that risk, expand. If it's coming to you that you want to go in a new direction, go for it. You're supported right now. Move boldly, be ready, have fun, get things done where you can. You'll get new ideas, new job offers might come through, new sort of foundation. Something new is going to work out for you. And so hopefully we'll all be on the receiving end during that time. So be center stage, enjoy your individuality, enjoy the energy. Let me know if you feel a shift. on the 20th of December. We also have, by the way, around the 21st, Venus trines Uranus. Okay, so you might feel something there, but on the 21st, the Sun starts to move into Capricorn. So out of Sagittarius, moving into Capricorn. The Sun is what we are, the bold us. It's our external frame. And now it's about taking steps to protect our intentions of what we want to be tangible in our physical world. Okay. Now Capricorn can get a hard reputation, but it's still an earth sign, so it's got some grounding and calming to it, but it's the goat that just wants to achieve. It's very during Capricorn season, a lot of it's going to be about your status, about your career, about your abundance, about your wealth, about the tangibility, about your home, and thank God it's an earth sign. Imagine all that being around a fire sign. That could be quite harsh. And I feel Capricorns tend to hold back emotions as well. But they're very smart, and that should not be seen as something that they're not emotionally intelligent. Zain are going on a rant here. Yeah. Just came to me. Then on the 23rd, new moon in Capricorn. So, on the 23rd of November, we had Sag new moon. And funny enough, December, it's the new moon in Capricorn. Which means the sun and the moon are aligned. They're both in Capricorn during this time. And it's about your daily life. You're very much aligned. What intentions do you have that you want to bring to fruition that we've been talking about in December, okay, into tangible outcomes around the elements that I believe are going to be very strong? Your home, your finances, your family, your career, your status, how the world sees you, very strong during this time. You might want to do, a new moon manifestation. You might want to do a new moon meditation. Look at how it is and see where Capricorn is in your chart as well. I mean, that will speak to you. And if you've got any questions, you can always pop it in the comment box. On the 29th, Mercury goes retrograde in Capricorn. Now that's only for 3 weeks, but remember we have a shadow period just before and we have a shadow period just after where it continues to affect us. So you can see from around the 3rd week of December where I said really things are going to be easing. If you've been up and down in emotions and you're like, it's Sagittarius season, what's happening? I'm not in Scorpio season. I'm not in Pisces reflection. Now you should feel a more stable feeling. And I pray that our manifestations that are tangible to the 3D world, that are light, that are good, if you're looking for a job, if you're financially burdened, that we get twofolds of whatever we're needing during this time. With my Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, it might make you feel like there's some internal dialogue, internal manifestations. You might not be affected, but how are you talking to yourself? Has that shifted during that time? Is it the same? So just watch that and see how it is. You might want to, if you're feeling this, just slow down on what you're saying to yourself, especially if it's negative. Just catch it and recognize it. But there's a down-to-earth energy with it. So that's why I say you might not feel it so much. And thankfully, it's only for 3 weeks. Obviously, then we go into January and there might be other planets. So let's look at how the signs are affected within Sagittarius season. So Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, Aries. Cardinal signs. There's a chapter, this is for Sagittarius season, so it's very much affected, started from the 23rd of November, maybe a little bit more before. And yes, Capricorn starts to move into we move into Capricorn season around the 21st, 23rd is officially, but this could be until the end of December, but you'll be feeling it. You're either closing some chapters or a chapter that's been with you for far too long. What is this chapter is going to be very different. Is it a chapter of mental health? Is it a chapter of a career? Is it a chapter of a relationship? It's something that's not for your highest good. You know what it is. And if you don't until you see this video and then something comes to you right now, that's what it is. The reason I say this is because it's been long. And some of you, I will feel, has actually been quite heavy for you. So it's not been, for example, a job I've loved. I've been in it for 5 years. I've got a new job, a new salary. I'm not sure whether to let go. No. You know what it is. And you need to let it go because you're elevating. Your spiritual journey is beginning. You're evolving. You're ready for this new direction, whatever it is, you're ready for this new direction. And what's lovely about it is that you're supported. There's support around you. You might not know. And it might not be like a friend calling you to say, hey, how are you doing? But there's a support around you, whether it's spirit guides, whether it's ancestral, whether it's friends that are not even in touch with you, but will call you at that right time where you need them, or you can reach out to them if you're in desperation. Okay, there's support around you and you're evolving spiritually, and it shows. It shows. Anyone that can get in touch or see you or close to you, it shows that you're evolving spiritually. You're changing, and this is why this new direction is just amazing for you. I really feel good energy for you and closing this chapter. I don't know what the chapter is. It's going to be different from everyone. Let's move on to fixed signs, which is Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Since Sagittarius season is kicked off, you might have felt that you are getting answers and the peace of mind that you've been seeking. And this is the start of a change of mental framework into positivity. So a change on your mental front into a more positive mental energy. If you've started to feel this, let me know. I really do love to hear if what I'm channeling is coming through. Expect to feel extremely motivated and feel good, obviously. And you have a clear mind. Expect to have a clear mind. And the universe will be rewarding you. Mutable signs: Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo. The 8 weeks, so this could be into the early part of January. Okay. Is bringing a blessing in disguise for you, which is a much needed release of stress, and it's coming. This is the time to appreciate how far you've come and really realize how well taken care of you are by your spirit guides. I don't know if you felt that along your journey or recently or in days of trouble or mental trouble or anything heavy, or the fear or anxiety, or they say fear is a lie, or something just taking you out of the vibration you need to be in, but you felt a sense of hope. If so, that's where your spirit team is taking care of you. But the blessing in disguise is coming for the release of stress. So I'll be doing readings for all the signs. Please check your cardinal, fixed and mutable, but check your signs to take the reading for each of those that I've just done for Sagittarius season, possibly leading up towards the end of December, if not only the 3rd week of December. I do think it might go on to the end of December. So for example, if you are a Aries sun, but you're a Gemini moon, check cardinal for Aries and check mutable for Gemini, and see which one actually relates to you, and they both might relate, because it might be something you started to feel, it might be something that you totally relate and you've already had it, and the other one is something that you're starting to feel and it's like it's a confirmation. So I hope you all are having an amazing Sagittarius season. I'd love to hear what you're up to. Please do check out the community page. I've posted a couple of times on there, but I noticed that I don't think many people see it. And if you're a subscriber and you have any questions, let me know. And if you're not subscribed and you feel that you're really related to this, please check the pick a card readings. I'd love for you to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care.